Hello, my dear LELB visitors, and welcome back to another session of our English vocabulary series based on 504 absolutely essential words. In this session, I'm going to teach you lesson 7 of this course book on LELB society. Before getting started, let me see if there is any flashcard. Yeah, violent is aggressive, as you can see in this illustration. It's fierce. Poor means not rich, needy. And essential is necessary. Okay, that's it. Alright, so the first word is postpone. Postpone means to put off to a later time and delay. So it means defer. Defer. Defer is different from deter. Deter means to frighten. Pay attention to the subtle difference between these two words. Defer means to postpone, to put off. In English we say never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And deter means to frighten. Okay. Alright. So the young couple wanted to postpone their wedding until they were sure they could handle the burdens of marriage. It was so wise of them, or prudent of them. Okay, first they should just, for example, deal with financial problems, and then, when everything is settled, they can get married happily. The noun form is postponement, and handle the burdens or load or problems here, which refers to, it must refer to financial problems and maybe actually some psychological problems, in order to come to a more profound understanding of each other, mutual understanding. I neglected to postpone the party because I thought everyone would be able to come. I just disregarded and ignored postponing or delaying the party because I thought that everybody would be able to come and to pay a visit to us. Maybe actually I jumped to a conclusion. The supermarket owner planned to postpone the grand opening until Saturday. The supermarket owner or possessor planned to or intended to postpone the grand opening or inauguration, let's say. Inaugurate is the verb, and inauguration or opening ceremony, of course it is not used for supermarkets, it is used for organizations, but anyway, opening ceremony, opening celebration. And consent means to agree. The noun is consensus, means agreement. Give permission to or approval. My teacher consented to let our class leave early. So he or she agreed that we could just leave the class earlier. The class was dismissed. David would not consent to our plan, so he did not just approve of our plan. C. The majority of our club members consented to raise the dues. Most of their club members agreed to raise the dues or fees, FEE. It means some money that you pay for some services. Okay, so they unanimously agreed to pay more for the fee as the fee. Massive means big and heavy, large and solid. Solid, remember here it means actually firm, and bulky is huge. Mass is the noun. The boss asked some employees to lift the massive box. So such an overbearing boss, or bossy, or pushy, giving a lot of orders, as some employees. Let me compare and contrast these two words. Employer versus employee. So employer is a person who employs somebody, and employee is the person who is employed. To lift or raise it, the massive box, which was cumbersome or heavy. From lifting weights, Willie had developed massive arm muscles. That's why we have power lifting. So as a bodybuilder, perhaps. Willie had formed or shaped arm muscles, massive, huge. The main building on the campus was so massive that the new students had trouble finding their way around at first. So it was so massive and huge, and the campus, that is the location of the university or school or college, was so massive that the new students had problems finding their way. It was difficult to get familiarized with. Capsule is a small case or covering, usually in the form of a cylinder, small, or maybe actually it is large, not necessarily small. The small capsule contained notes the spy had written after the meeting. Yes, it is characteristic of a spy, because a spy is a person who just collects information, usually illegally or unlawfully or in a secret way. Clandestinely. The small capsule contained or held or included or just encompassed some notes that the spy, the person who witnesses an event in order to just get the information illegally, had written after the meeting. So there was a meeting, the spy just attended the meeting and just gathered some information in the form of notes and wrote them in that capsule in order to just perhaps misuse that those pieces of information. A new untested medicine was detected in the capsule by the police scientists. A new untested, it means unreliable, medicine was found in the capsule by the police scientists. Police scientists, forensic police officers. Forensic police officers. It means those police officers who know some medicine, actually who have some medical information, and they just make investigations in criminal activities in order to see what has happened from a medical point of view. Okay. C. He explored the space capsule for special equipment. He investigated, inspected, examined the space capsule for special equipment or facilities, or remember, we don't have equipments, it's always singular. Okay, it's clear. Preserve means to keep from harm or change, keep safe, and protect. Conserve, protect. The lawyers wanted to preserve the newest reforms in the law. So they tried to just keep save the newest reforms or modifications or changes in the law. Farmers feel that their rural homes should be preserved. Farmers believe that they're rural, not urban. So the opposite is urban. Means of countries, of a country, homes should be preserved. No municipal restructuring is necessary. See, records, remember, as a noun it is record, record British, record American. As a verb it is record. So records of Hank Aaron's home runs will undoubtedly be preserved in the Baseball Hall of Fame. This is a proper name because it is capitalized. So records or log or history or some information that is kept of Hank home runs. Run here is a noun. Pay attention. And it means path or track, or corridor, route. Will certainly be preserved or kept safe or protected in the Baseball Hall of Fame. This is a place because of the capitalization. 6. Denounce means condemn. Pay attention. N is not pronounced. Condemn in public. Express strong disapproval of. So, disapprove of. Criticize. The father denounced his son for lying to the district attorney. So he criticized or condemned his son for lying, telling untruth to the district attorney. It's a kind of lawyer in the United States, district attorney. Solicitor. Some people denounce the government for probing into their private lives. Some people criticize the government for making an investigation or looking into their private lives. Ralph Nader denounced the defective products being sold. So he criticized the defective or problematic or imperfect products, or let's say manufactured items being sold, that are sold. Unique. Having no like or equal, matchless. Being the only one of its kind, as I said, matchless. Going to Africa was a unique experience for us. Pay attention. Although it starts with U as a vowel, we don't say an unique. Why? Because pronunciation is important, not just spelling. We don't say an unique because U here actually starts with ye in pronunciation. So that's why we don't say an unique, we say a unique experience for us. The inventor developed a unique method of making ice cream. The inventor or deviser or innovator or creator developed a unique method or approach or way or technique of making ice cream. Albi has a unique collection of Israeli stamps. Has a unique or matchless collection of Israeli stamps from referring to Israel. 8. Torrent. Any violent rushing stream. Flood. A kind of rain that is so heavy, non-stop, showering, raining cats and dogs, and also grilling, G-R-I-L-L, or interrogation. It means asking questions again and again and bombarding somebody with questions. A massive rain was coming down in torrents. Massive or heavy rain was coming down, was just precipitating or just was raining in torrents, so it must be really heavy. In the debate or dispute, a torrent of questions was asked. Means a trail of, a horde of, a set of questions was asked. After trying to defraud the public, Lefty was faced with a torrent of charges. So there is a cause and and also an effect. After trying to defraud or deceive the public as a demagogue, deceive the people, Lefty was confronted with, let me write it down, be confronted with a torrent of charges, means punishments, fine, F-I-N-E, it doesn't mean good, it means that you need to just pay some money to the government because you have done something illegally or wrong, as a retribution. Let me see. So he was penalized. Yeah, he was penalized. Penalized comes from penalty. This means retribution. 9. Resent means feel injured and angered at something. It's hate, shrink from. The noun form is resentment. Bertha resented the way her boyfriend treated her. So she didn't like the way her boyfriend or beau, B-E-A-U, or lover behaved toward her, treated her. The earthquake victim resented the poor emergency care. So those whose place or area was struck by the earthquake actually had some complaints about the medical care and emergency care. Poor, it was not of high quality. Columbus resented the fact that his crew wanted to turn back. So he did not approve of the fact that he just hated the fact that his crew means let's say workers and people who work, and a lot of people, a group of people who work for a person or an organization, wanted to turn back. And also it refers to shipment, or some, let's say crew means shipment, S-H-I-P-M-E-N-T, or some parcels or goods. Goods here means parcels or things that you send to a location, to a place. For example, by plane or ship. So I think, let me see, crew is shipment, parcels or goods sent via some sort of transportation. So it was beyond his expectations that his crew or parcels, so it doesn't mean actually people, it refers to the goods that he had already sent, were just sent back or turned back. There must be something wrong with them. 10. Molest, interfere with and trouble, disturb. Molestation is the noun form. My neighbor was molested when walking home from the subway. So he or she must be mugged or abused, on the way back from the subway to home. The gang did a thorough job of molesting the people in the park. The gang or mob, M-O-B, did a thorough or complete job of molesting. Unfortunately, it's not something to be proud of. The people in the park, public places or beauty spots. Lifeguards warned the man not to molest any of the swimmers. So lifeguards are those who protect people in swimming pools and to save them in case of emergency. So they just warned or threatened the man not to molest or interfere or bother anybody in the swimming pool, any swimmers. 11. Gloomy means dark, dim, in low spirits. Dismal. Dismal, sad. My cousin was gloomy because his best friend had moved away, had moved to another place, location, apartment, so they got separated or detached. The reason Doris wasn't popular was that she always had a gloomy appearance. Yeah, maybe actually aloof. Unfriendly and melancholy appearance, sad appearance, and nobody wanted to just make friends with her. Joan's beach is not so beautiful on a gloomy day. Seashore or beach is not so beautiful or attractive or let's say lovely or nice on a gloomy day. For example, cloudy, dark. And the last word is unforeseen, means not known. Not known beforehand or in advance, unexpected. We had some unforeseen problems with the new engine. So they were not expected, they were unexpected. The probe into or investigation into the congressman's finances turned up some unforeseen difficulties. A kind of looking into or investigation or seeking some information about the congressman's finances or let's say monetary issues turned up some unforeseen difficulties. Appeared or let's say showed or proved or indicated some unpredictable or unexpected problems or difficulties. So the man must have some financial problems. The divers faced unforeseen trouble in their search for their wreck. So there was a wreck, W is not pronounced, or damage. It means damage. So the divers, those who dive into the water, faced unforeseen trouble or dealt with some unpredictable or unexpected difficulties in their search for their wreck. So it was not so easy to find out about their damage. Okay, so let me see if there is, yeah. Here, as you can see on my Instagram, these are some recently added posts, such as devise means invent, and beau means boyfriend, minimum, maximum, annual means yearly, and scarce. These are some IELTS essay questions and IELTS topic card for my private students. And convince or yeah, it is persuade or convince, and some negotiations, you know. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for your attention, and hope to see you in the future lessons, and take care.